Good day to you. Welcome to Citadel Academy. In today's lesson, we'll be looking at variables and data types in Java. Without further ado, let's get into the lesson for today. Variables. What is a variable? A variable is a placeholder for a value. In other words, a variable is used to store values in our computer's memory. Now, let me help you with a vivid explanation of a variable. Remember in elementary school where you always look for a variable such as x or y. So take for instance we have a variable x with the value 123. Looking closely at the example given, x is a placeholder or is a container for the value 1, 2, 3. To elucidate further, x holds the value 1, 2, 3. In programming, we can perform something similar to that, but we are not limited to just numbers. We can store words and these things called Boolean values, which holds true or false. But if we are going to store a value within a variable, we have to list the data type of what we want to store within that variable. Is it going to be a number, a word or a sentence, a character or a Boolean value? Which brings us to our next topic called data types. Data types. Well, what then are data types? A data type specifies the kind of data that can be stored inside variables. There are 8 different data types in Java. Here is the list of the data types we have in Java. We have the bytes data type. The bytes data type stores values ranging from -128 to +127, and it is a primitive data type. The size it occupies is 1 byte. We have the short data type. The short data type stores values ranging from -32,768 to +32,767, and it is a primitive data type. The size it occupies is 2 bytes. We have the int data type. The int data type stores values ranging from -2 billion to +2 billion, and it is a primitive data type. The size it occupies is 4 bytes. We have the long data type. The long data type stores values ranging from -9 quintillion to +9 quintillion, and it is a primitive data type. The size it occupies is 8 bytes. We have the float data type. The float data type stores fractional numbers with 6 to 7 digits, and it is a primitive data type. The size it occupies is 4 bytes. We have the double data type. The double data type stores fractional numbers with 15 digits, and it is a primitive data type. The size it occupies is 8 bytes. We have the character, or as we prefer to call it, char. It stores a single character, a letter or an ASCII value, and it is a primitive data type. The size it occupies is 2 bytes. We have the Boolean data type. The Boolean data type, they only store 2 values, true or false, and it is a primitive data type. The size it occupies is 1 byte. And we have the string data type. The string data type stores a sequence of characters, and it is a reference data type. The size of the string data type, it varies. Now let's see the difference between primitive data types and reference data types. The first difference between the primitive data type and the reference data type is that the primitive data types are 8, and examples of them are the char, the character data type, the float data type, and the integer data type, and so on and so forth. While the reference data type are unlimited, it is defined by the user. Okay, the primitive data type can only hold 1 value, while the reference data type can hold more than 1 value. The primitive data type stores data, while the reference data type stores an address. The primitive data types consumes less memory, while the reference data types consumes more memory. The primitive data types are fast, while the reference data types are slow. So that's pretty much it on data types. In our next lesson, we'll be looking at how to create variables in our programs. Thank you so much. Do have a nice day. God bless you.